It's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you keep the Bible on cop? The Most High is my rock. Rock, rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Thank you for joining us again for another class here at ISBHPK.
Right. Before we go on next time, give us a countdown.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here out of 2016 Granby Street. All right. So for all those new followers. We have class here Tuesday and Thursday and Friday from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. All right. We have our brother Div out there in Houston, Texas, which have class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. Sabbath night class is 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. And then Saturday morning class, the Sabbath morning, is going to be from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. All right. We're doing a lot of good things, going back and forth to Houston, Virginia, New York, so link in. Again, we ask if you can share the page, subscribe, so that we can get this page to 1,000 subscribers, and you can start seeing a little bit more of what we do on a daily when it comes to flyers, street speaking, and when we hit these other cities. All right. For brothers and sisters, we have multiple channels for you to watch our classes. Blog Talk Radio with Mashaba. That's going to be MASHAHBA/Mashaba at blogtalkradio.com. And that's every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, and that starts at 10 a.m. We also have our channel, Houston's channel. We have a couple other channels dedicated to getting out news. So, you know, your local news that comes out or important news. We have a cable show as well. It's called The Hidden Truth Bible Show, where we bring out some good topics. And I definitely encourage you to look at that because it's a transition in how they're being made, almost in a documentary type vibe.
Yeah.
So, Priest Kazaki is doing a fantastic job with that. And we also have our 5 minutes of wisdom. So for brothers and sisters to send to your parents, friends, something that's not too heavy, not too deep, but will definitely get the point across on the topic, love, peace, controlling anger, topics like that. All right. We also ask the brothers if you need any type of Israel wear garment, you can hit us up on Facebook, Everything's Israel Wear, or hit us up on our website, isbhpk.com/fringed-up, and you can get a subscription. We got a couple brothers that already, got locked in with that. They're going to be getting their shirt and their headband every month. That always changes. So you have 2 options: either a headband and a shirt, or just a shirt for the subscription. And again, it's going to change every month. And if you're online, remember, there's a coupon on there. So before you check out, put ISBHBK for 20% off. All right, so we put that on there. All right. It's not on Fringe too. They said it was on Fringe.
It's not on Fringe up.
The code for Sweet Ambiance.
There it is. There.
It's the same code, but for Sweet Ambiance.
And remember, that is helping us, helping the school when it obviously builds, and then it helps the sisters, keeps them busy doing our garments, keeps them busy doing all the fringed up things they do. And I keep telling them they still haven't put enough of images of the work they're doing. They're going to get it up there because there's a lot of stuff. Man, we got brothers from ISUPK ordering.
Yeah.
We got brothers from other camp school ordering headpieces.
Trying to get fly.
Yeah, and you know, the sisters do good work. They do quality work. Yes, the t-shirts are great, headbands, but they get into, the tunics. They did get into the headscarves and things of that nature. So remember that, man. They really doing a good work, and that's what it's going to. Is going to our school. We ain't got 75,000 schools. We do what we can to keep our schools open, and by the grace of the Lord, He sent the brothers and sisters that are here, and they do give and help out. So thank you brothers and sisters for that. if you did subscribe to the Fringed Up or helped out with that, all right?
All right, we also have Sweet Ambiance. So Sweet Ambiance is another business that we have that you can actually get your fragrances on.
And that's going to be majority online right now because Satan is doing his thing, but it ain't going to break us. It ain't going to break our spirit. But that's going to be majority online. You can go on there, order what you want, all natural products. Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
you smelling as good as we
yeah.
smell. Again, we obviously we just started Hebrew Academy, so brothers, Houston is going to be doing that tonight. All right, so you can link up with Locker Rob if you want to get locked in for Hebrew Academy. Again, this is dedicated for brothers that want to show initiative in sharpening their skills when it comes to becoming a priest. When it comes to scriptures, breaking those down, how to read the proper way for street speaking, all these different attributes that's needed that comes on with being a priest. So again, that's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday that you can link up with Locker Rob. So you can either hit me up or hit Locker Rob up, and we'll definitely get you locked in with that. If you have any questions or concerns to the priest Kazakia or Kwatazap, the numbers are on the screen. During class only, we ask for a text. All right.
And once again, I know we say it, but we kind of always say it for the new people. We've been getting constant subscribers. We know all y'all old heads out there already know all the spiel. But there's new brothers and sisters that been coming on, that been subscribing. We want to let them know what we're doing, and we do answer questions in class. We do have classes 6 days a week if you subscribe to both channels. So, trying to do our part. We're going to actually be out there with Mustafa. We're going to be out there with Mustafa trying to get street speaking going on in Nueva York. Actually, he's in where? Where's he at?
Yonkers.
Yeah, he's in Yonkers. So we're gonna, we're gonna be getting out there with him. Most High's definitely been moving, man. So, we're trying to do our part. If you want to be part of that, part of what we're doing, feel free. Come on true. Come on true. Well, that it? Yeah. And you already know if you want to give any alms, if you want to give any Bibles, pen, papers, apocryphers, whatever you want to give, you can do that, and we appreciate that, all right? And all that information to be up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with questions first. I know it's been a few days y'all haven't been able to ask, so we want to give that opportunity to see if y'all got any questions before we go into this topic. Also, I'm going to say it again. Like I said, I know some of y'all already know this, but if y'all got any class suggestions, feel free to hit us up at any time. Now, if it's something that is like we went over 100 times, we'll send you the link. If not, as y'all see, we'll go over the class again. All right? So let's start out with questions. See if they got anything online as they peel in. Brothers and sisters on Facebook. We don't really go on Facebook a lot, but we got to start doing that. Yeah.
You got a question myself?
Why do you
Stand up, stand up.
Why do you have to wear blue?
We can't hear you. You got to talk loud. Yell.
Why do you have to wear blue ribbon at the bottom of your shirt?
Why do you have to wear blue ribbon at the bottom of the shirt? So let's go there. Let's go to the scriptures real quick. Where are we going to? Numbers what?
15.
Numbers 15 what?
38.
All right, we'll get it. We have a system in here, and I want to be clear on this for brothers and sisters that are new we have a initiative system. So the fastest brother that gets the scripture, he gets to read. You know, you might think I'm being funny, but I'm not. We don't want nobody to think it's favoritism. We want to be clear that it's about you getting it. So let's say if Johnny was the fastest brother in here, and Ariel was slower, Shaquat was slower, we're not gonna say nothing. You know why? Because you the fastest. If they want to get fast, what do they got to do? They got to keep up with you. So that's what it's about. It's about we're trying to build that initiative without force feeding the initiative. We do not want to force feed anybody. And we will push. We will push. We will try to nudge. But we're going to not push y'all to the point to where, you know, anything's pressured. Our experience with pressuring brothers and sisters, you go down the road, you're not going to be doing it for Yahweh Shai and the Most High. So, who got it? Numbers 15:33. No, you don't raise your hand. Get up and read it if you got it. Who got it? Go to read it.
Yeah, for that.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 33.
38.
Verse 38.
Number 15.
Speaking to the children of Israel,
Uh-huh.
and did this, that they made fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right, so the law was that we were supposed to make fringes on the borders of our garments. Okay? That's what the Most High said do. Go ahead.
Throughout their generations.
Right, so all the way up till now, from when the law started, all the way up to now, we were supposed to have fringes on the borders of our garments. All right? And a lot of times you're not walking around with a robe now. You wear it on shirts. So, I know this sounds dumb, but it's came up like, brothers, it's wrong to wear fringes on t-shirts. The Bible don't say that. You can have fringes on your drawers if you want to. You understand?
On your face mask.
You can have fringes on your face mag, on your socks. The Most High gave us the parameter, but He didn't say, "Oh, don't overdo it." If you want fringes on your socks, you can. I don't need fringes on my socks, but it's your prerogative, right? As long as you keep in the law. You know, no, because the brother told me, he was like, "Yeah, brothers don't want me putting fringes on my t-shirt." It's the law. The law says you can have fringes on your garment. It don't necessarily have to just be the robe. It could be any of your clothing. Because it was to represent the laws of the Most High. But his question is about the ribbon of blue. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue. So now here's a question. We know the fringes are for the law, right? They represent all the laws we have. We got over how many laws? 613 laws. Do you know that? Now you do. So write it down. We have over 613 laws. So was it just going to be one fringe? No, it was going to be fringes so you can know the laws. Right? So you can know, oh, okay, there's a lot of laws I got to keep to. Okay? So what was the border of blue? Why a border of blue? I got y'all on this one. I know I got y'all. Why was there a border of blue? Sisters, brothers, young men? What? Why the border of blue? Let me see if they got it online. Who knows online the border? Why the Most High said a border of blue? Why was that? We know the fringes represent the laws. Why a border of blue? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody online? Let's not give it away real quick. Let's not give it up real quick. I want to see if everybody knows this. Why a border of blue? A ribbon of blue. Why? Because they Crips? Because you going to Crip walk? Let me see who's online. We got crickets online? Huh? Nobody knows why the ribbon of blue. Don't say the law. We know the law. Well, it says it in the law. We know that. Why a ribbon of blue? Oh, those are some like thick fringes right there. That might just be the picture, huh?
Yeah. Same.
Why the ribbon of blue? Dun 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 dun. Why the ribbon of blue? You see the ribbon on there? Why were we supposed to wear the ribbon? Anybody? Nobody knows that, huh? That's a question I asked myself back. I was like, well, why the ribbon? Now, there's no scripture that tells you what it is. But what is it? What you got? But you know through the scriptures.
Yes, we got somebody on the...
What they say?
This is Kaya. She said to keep a separation between the world.
That's a good one. You went right spiritual on it. But really the color of blue. Like think about the color of blue. You see? Why did it have to be blue? Why? And it could be any other color. So, really, when it came to colors, if we go back to the colors we wore, it just represented our royalty, the royal colors. Right? Like when you look into colors, there's no specific scripture that tells you, oh, the ribbon of blue represents this. Right? But you look at the colors that we wore, the purple, the blues, right? Like even when you look at how the temple was decorated, it was all royal colors. Y'all get that? So, yeah, you got to be ready to answer that one. It was just about our royalty, right? It was royal colors. What else you got? Right, so, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a good picture right there. You got the these warlocks and don't move the picture so quick. Don't switch the picture so quick. Switch it back to these warlocks, these ghouls on here. They're showing the royalty in England, the so-called royal kings and queens of England. But that other picture she had up there, what color was she in? Blue. You see that? The royal colors. Right? You're seeing them in the blues, the reds, right? Right? The purple. Like when you look at the temple, how it was decorated, those are the colors the temples were decorated in. Those are the royal colors. Yeah, you see her on there? That's a perfect picture, sis. Good job on that. What else?
Yeah, this is just out of the Bible as history.
Right.
Just a second, little side note.
Yeah.
It says, this is on page 231, Israel's colorful daily life.
Yeah.
It says the Israelites love bright colors. They colored their dress, the walls of their houses, and the faces of their women. It's talking about makeup. It goes deeper. But even in the days of their patriarchs, their delight in color was apparent. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, and he made him a coat of many colors. But it says, one of the pictures of the tomb at Ben Hansen shows the type of coat with a wonderful red and blue pattern. Red and blue were the colors for men's wear. Green seems to have been reserved for women. During the desert days, mention is made of blue and purple and scarlet. So just going in about how, just like you said, Israel, we were always colorful people. and that color did show for royalty, especially that blue. That blue pops so heavy. That scarlet, as it says in the scriptures. But that was it. And that was from The Bible as History by Werner Keller. It's a pretty good book.
Yeah. Yeah, so, oh yeah, that's another good one there. That's perfect. Yeah, Israel was a colorful people. Unfortunately, you can't rock a lot of these colors now. You know, what's funny is I would like to rock rainbow colors. Like a rainbow garment, but you can't now. They done made it the image of a homosexual. So it's like, like when Cameron started rocking pink, you were like, okay, yeah, that's gay as hell. But then you got it. You kind of got it afterward. Like he's taking it, he gonna make it what it is. You know what I mean? Because he didn't rock it gay. Now, if he rocked pink nowadays with skinny jeans, it would be it would be different. Because then you rocking a fur coat with some skinny jeans, that might look. But when he rocked it, it was baggy. It was it was like he made it hard. You know, but you know, that's what our colors were for, to show our beauty, show about us. Yeah.
And I like it because just going back to the female class, it says that the Hebrew Israelite women were livelier than the Egyptians. But not only just in spirit, but in everything about it. Like you said, the clothes, man.
Yeah.
On a whole nother level, to where people, when they looked at us, they were like, this is a beautiful people. How they deal, how they talk, their clothes were on point.
Yeah.
The jewels. That's why the Most High let us take every jewels, or Egypt's jewels. Finest clothes, shoes. They're stunning. You know? Come on, we weren't a run-down people. We had class, and our clothes show forth. Just like even now, cats, they want to stunt. Now you see Judah. Judah got this new belt called the BBC. What is it, BB Simmons? I think it's BB Simmons. Got the rhinestones on it. That belt is fire. But you got like lime green, blue. I seen one today, red and blue. You know, but it shows forth that brightness. It shows forth that color. Especially out here in Norfolk, they wearing those lime greens, those blues, those reds. Houston, they stuck on that dark navy blue, black, you know, neighborhood black.
Yeah.
So.
Benjamin wears all those beautiful colors.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Those turquoise.
Yeah.
Those polos. Dark skin.
You know, and sometimes I be looking at them and I'm not a big bright color guy, but I like it on other people. It makes, you can see the beauty on it. You know what I mean? I stick to like gray and black for some reason. God, you too. Yeah, it's just I don't know what it is.
Is it gray and black?
Yeah, it's just like black and gray. Yeah, military.
It's almost like what's his name? Bill Gates. Not Bill Gates, but the guy from Apple.
Yeah.
What's the guy from Apple? Yeah, Steve Jobs. But he wore just basic things. You know, a little gray shirt.
Yeah.
Little jeans, little white.
Yeah, but he was gay. He was gay as hell though.
Right. But a lot of individuals that have a lot of other things on their mind, they're like, let's keep it simple.
You know, I'm saying that to say it's not wrong to rock those beautiful colors and bright colors. It brings out life. You know, like when you look at how Israel was rocking. We was a colorful people.
When you think about it, that's why the white man, he took that and ran with it when it comes to like McDonald's. Right?
Yep.
McDonald's has so much, I forget the exact word of how your brain is literally stimulated.
Red and yellow. McDonald's, In-N-Out, Sonic.
Oh yeah.
That's why they deal with those colors, because it's a stop.
Receptor.
Yeah, it tells your brain stop. Yeah.
You get hungry too.
Calls you, exactly.
Some of that food coming out.
And they know about that. They know about how colors attract.
Right.
You know, colors entice.
And that's why you see a lot
Colors
of
smell,
memes
yeah.
now. A lot of memes. You see Esau. There was a picture of all these Judites with all black on. He was wearing black. And he's like, looks like a group of thugs to me. But they were all graduated from Harvard Law.
Wow.
But they're associating wearing all black to gang members, to negative connotations.
Right.
You know, so I'm not saying it's bad to wear black, but Esau's garbage anyway. But whatever color we wear, we make it fly, no matter what.
Yeah. So I got two texts here. we get to the sisters Lashana, but we got a brother here. He said, you got to hit me with your name. I'm assuming, huh? No, this is not Lashana. I'm assuming this is a brother. He said, yeah, this is a brother. He said, I think it's time to introduce myself to you brothers. I've been with y'all for about 3 years, and even though I'm in the Bronx, I consider this my camp. I sent messages to the old number last week, got the new number last night. I want to be included in the group chat, and I inquired about the Hebrew Academy if possible. I like to be down. He got him fringed up last week. I'm gonna support any way I can. The record, I'm 63 of what I know is you guys, and almost all I know of the fruits of the Spirit for the knowledge given over the years. I say Tawada. So, hey, let's give this brother a round of applause. Hey, 3 years. He didn't give a name, so give me your name, Ak, and then we'll go ahead and add you. All praises to the Most High. Whatever we can do for you on our part, let us know. All right. We're not perfect. We're not gonna mess up. We're not gonna make mistakes. Hopefully, we can build in brotherhood and unity. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, and it's ironic that you're in the Bronx.
Yeah.
It's like Kazak was saying earlier, Priest Kazak, is that we're going to be going to New York.
We are. Now we are.
About twice a month.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to be in your area right up. Actually, I think Bronx is right up the street from Yonkers, I believe.
And I'm going to say this. The brother Mustafa, not just in dedication of what he's doing, but studying, learning. There'll be class out there very soon. So, remember, we're not the camp that just gives out rank and position because you're part of the school, but he's been around, he's been learning, he's going through the steps, and there's going to be class out there soon. So hit us with your name. Hit me with your name.
We got a brother in Connecticut that's friends with Mustafa, man. So the north is popping. We got Eddie Navarez. He's in Minneapolis, not too far. So we can't hear you.
He's in New Hampshire.
Who? Oh, Hadarach. Okay. What, Connecticut, New Hampshire? What's that? New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Hey, send me New York, like a new home.
Right?
New York's nice.
Hey. Keith, okay, the brother Keith. I think I text them anyway, but okay, well, welcome, brother. I'm going to say it again. Anything we can supply for your want, let us know. We got to be there for each other. So, whatever we can do to be at your service, let us know. All right? All right, so yeah, that was good. That's always great. A brother giving us a shout out. Now, Lashana had a question. Lashana's been with us for a while. She's one of the only fruit in Baton Rouge when we went out. She's stuck in there with her and her son, and now she's gonna bring her husband. Her husband's probably listening right now, but they had a question. I'm in class, but I'm not trying to ask a question. But I'm trying to ask a question. Okay, I think something's kicking them out of the chat. Yeah, she sent the question to me. She said here, okay, yeah, Keith Hayes. Got you, brother. We got you. We'll link you in on the camp, and the camp Cortex, camp text, so we'll get you on there right away. Lashana, I started my own cleaning service down here in Louisiana, and I did that so he can assist me with recollate. Okay, so it can assist her with relocating. She's supposed to be joining us out here in this school.
Yeah.
So prepare for that.
All praise.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High. Hey, we need sisters to come. We need brothers. We're building new out here. So but I have an Edomite client, which is one of the biggest clients that I have, keeps making sexual remarks at me. Do I continue to clean his house? I stay away from him altogether because it's uncomfortable, but I can use the money, and I'm just consistently saying I don't do that, and it's like he's not understanding that. So you got to understand that all money's not good money. All money is not good money, right? So if it's overwhelming, for instance, when we had our malls, all of them, we would talk to everybody and anybody, and there'd be sodomites, there'd be effeminate cats, there'd be women with their breasts out, you know, but we just kept a higher standard. Now, the reason why I said all money ain't good money, because that's the fact, that sometimes you got to separate yourself from certain things because it's pulling you out of the spirit, right? But now I also gave you another example of how the brothers being in the mall, we didn't let those things pull us out of the spirit, right? If you came up with that spirit, we commanded order, respect, and without commanding it, they just knew, okay, these cats, they got love, but they're not playing that, right? They, you know, when the woman, you know, wants you to put oil on their breasts, the brother had to stand off on that. He had to make sure he's not falling into that where he rubbing all up down her shirt in the middle of the mall. Can't do that, right? So you have to know those boundaries of what you're in. Now let's go here. Go to Psalms real quick. Oh, actually, it's I'm sorry, it's Philippians. There's a few of them. Well, let's go to Philippians first. That's Philippians, right? And then Psalms. Yeah, let's go here. Just on that question. So go to Philippians. Where is it at? Get it real quick. Let's see here. I know it's in Philippians. It's Philippians 2 and 15.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 15.
Yeah.
That ye may be blameless.
Right.
And harmless.
That we may be what?
Blameless and harmless.
So we have to do all things. And this is, I was just talking to the officers yesterday about this. It's not easy, and we're not going to be righteouser than thou. We're only men, so we can try as much as we want, but we still going to make mistakes. We can try to make sure we're dealing and long as the scripture says, long as you don't suffer as a murderer, adulterer, idolater, right? A thief, then know that you're going to make mistakes. That being said, it's going to take work, and it's going to be hard. Like I said, when we're in the mall, there's those situations where you got young brothers in the mall working, you got women coming up, throwing themselves at brothers, trying to get their attention. Same thing with the sisters were in the mall. You know, Mount Ribs, like dudes was coming up, like, they don't care. Oh, you got a man, so what? We talked about how to deal with that and how to keep them arm distance, how to respectfully show them that, hey, I'm married, I'm not about that life. You know what I mean? So if you create those boundaries, right? For instance, you're there working and cleaning this house. If he's pushing to the point to where he's making you uncomfortable, let's think about it. In the world, what would you do? What in the world would you do? Without the Bible, what would you do naturally as a woman? Huh? You go tell HR if he was at work, right? He's always coming over, grabbing your hand, right? Looking at you in the eyes, touching your shoulder, right? Come over to you, you know, doing all of that.
Need some?
You would be like, unless you like him, you'd be like, hey, bruh, I'm married, right? You know how to give him the woman vibe of what?
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested. You guys are good at that. You guys are like ninjas at that, especially nowadays. You can be across the room and try to gain eyesight with a woman. She look at you like she smelled your breath all the way from across the room. Like, so you gotta be able to use that and understand. But let's be clear. Is these situations gonna come up? Come on, they always gonna come up. So you might cut this guy off and it might end up being another guy. But you gotta know where your where spiritually, and it's like, okay, is this guy gonna rape you? You gotta know. Y'all know that too when y'all go out on dates, right? When you hitting them up through Instagram and Snapchat and all this stuff, you know, I'm not going around. Let me look at this guy. Let me check his pedigree. Yeah, they looking at your pictures. They reading your spirit. They doing the women intuition. They know I'm not going to deal with no crazy ass psychopath. You know, he tell you on the first date, you know what? Yeah, you know a man can have 7 women, right? You be like, yeah, check this nigga off my list. Like, you ain't even tell me no Bible verses. You ain't tell me nothing, but you talking about, yeah, but you know a man can have more than one woman, right? Like, okay, this nigga's retarded. Right? You already know how to separate yourself from that. So, you know, when we give counsel, we always give counsel of reality. Everything ain't gonna be like, oh, you know what? Cut that faggot off. He ain't, you know what I mean? When any homosexual comes over to you trying to buy oils from you at this cart, you tell that faggot don't come around. We're not gonna do that. We don't do that. Yeah, everybody's welcome except you're a homosexual. No homos allowed. You're not gonna do that. You're going to, brothers let they come up, but it's hey, we put them in their place. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on with you, bro? Right, it ain't that, you know what I mean? Now, you're condescending and you're making them feel too comfortable. You got to keep that, like, look at them in the eyes and let them know, you know we're not playing with that shit, right?
They respect that, though.
They respect it.
Because, I mean, come on, you trying to push it on me? What? We don't do that.
Yeah, you the funny thing is, the sister that asked the question, you're talking to the right brothers because we experience all those things in the mall. Right. Women throwing themselves, homosexuals coming up. Yeah. Man, we had a white dude come up, man. This nigga had a purse.
Oh, yeah.
And he loved our product. You know, we didn't go through with it, but he loved our product and he was just like, man, how can I get your product in my stores? Right? And he got purse, he got his nails done.
Wearing heels.
You know what I mean? Wearing heels. But all it was at the kiosk. It was business at the kiosk, and that was it. You know what I mean? It's not like if he hit you up on the side, hey, you want to meet me over here and talk? Right. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. So you got to understand what's around us. Don't make it seem like you're going to hide in the closet and that's not going to happen to you. You got to become a professional at shutting that stuff down. You got to come, let them know. Before you quit, just let them know. Say, hey, listen, man, I don't want to quit because I need the business, but you're making me feel real uncomfortable. And, I'm thinking about just quitting. Now, do you want me to do the job? Before you quit, just lay it out to them. Usually that put cats in check quick. Hey, once again, how do you do it as a woman? Hey, I don't want to lead you on.
Yep.
You're just a friend. Right? You're in the friend zone.
And especially once you give them that warning, that forewarning about, listen, this is kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
It's either they're going to respect that, because what's going to happen is it keeps doing that.
Right.
There's going to be a complaint. There's going to be a lawsuit.
Right.
You know, so they're scared of that. You know, so it's either they're going to respect it or reject it. But most likely, they're going to respect that.
Right. Now read the scripture again.
That ye may be blameless.
And that's what we're doing. We're learning how to be blameless and not give in or be filthy like these people. Go ahead.
And harmless.
Right. And at the same time, be able to move about. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves. The devil be a damn cross-dresser, your boss, and you will never know. We got to move in this system and take advantage of things like they do, but without giving up your bumhole and selling out your spirit. So create your boundaries, and when it comes in that time where you do have to shut it off, what I would do is that, sis. I would tell them, hey, you're making this very uncomfortable. I want to keep the business, but I'm not feeling that vibe. What you want to do? You want to keep the business, or do you want me to quit? And he'll tell you, you know what? Hey, I'm sorry. I want to keep you doing what your job is, right? So, but I want you to know the reality. That's what we're around. We're around wickedness. We're around defiled, filthy people.
And it's not just about the nations either.
It's not the other nations. Oh hell nah. It'd be a brother quick. Yeah, it'd be an a black man, Hispanic man quick.
Real quick.
You know what I mean? He'd try to become your friend quick, and what? Try to give you that milk and cookies. You know what I mean? You want to come over for some milk and cookies? Where they at? Downstairs. Right? You got to watch that. Go ahead,
I had to leave like plenty of work orders I had to go do. Just as soon as it got weird, out the door.
Oh, really? Yeah, you go into the secret back room,
Right, yeah.
and they try to lock it on you.
Yep. Right. They want to start living their fantasies. The
Yeah.
cable man when he comes by. Right. The milkman, the mailman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got to watch that.
As soon as it gets like real, because I told them right off hand, this is business. They asked for my cards, for my number afterwards. I'm like, nah, this is all business.
My
Yeah.
job's finished.
Yeah, once I come in and walk
Yeah.
out,
We're
I
done.
pretty much forgot your address as soon as I walk out.
Right.
It's like, this is all business.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with gaining friends of the mammon.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. No, you can hold it right there. There's nothing wrong with gaining friends of the mammon. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you're making it uncomfortable and you're trying to throw homo vibes, you're trying to throw orgy vibes. That's what the nations do. Cats be doing that. Like, you want to join me and my wife?
What you got going on tonight after work?
Come on. Y'all, this is what we deal with. Go ahead and finish it.
God, harmless, the sons of the Most High.
Go ahead.
Without rebuke in the midst.
Without rebuke means that keeping your character and not being, nobody will be able to speak against that wholesome character. A lot of Hebrew Israelites don't understand this. That we still supposed to have a character of righteousness, priestly, wholesome, brotherly. But when you cross the line, what happens? You're going to get checked. You cross that line, you out of order, you're going to get checked. Right?
That's right.
It's supposed to be that. All right?
God.
Go in the midst of what?
In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
Yeah, you get perverse people. Right? You get perverse people. Look up the word definition of perverse and give me that one in Psalms. Yeah, the vilest man. It's like 37 or 32. The vilest man. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Perverse of a person or their actions showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Read that from me. Read it again.
Perverse
Uh-huh.
of a person or their actions showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable
Uh-huh.
or unacceptable.
Right. So a person that's deliberately, this person is perverse. He knows that he hired you for the job of cleaning your house, but he's trying to clean something else. Right? He's perverse. He knows he need to act right. You probably already told him you're married, but he's perverse. All money's not good money. Know how to create that boundary. Know how to cut things off when it's needed. Right?
Yep.
What else you got?
Dang.
Yeah.
The world is ingrained, because I remember we were coming back from Baltimore, or really New York, but there's a song by, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Not Jeremiah. I
What?
won't tell nobody. What's that song? Keep it on the hush. But the world is about that. The
Yeah.
world is about dealing with other people's spouses. And a lot of men, that's one fact. A lot of men are low down.
What did August Anastasia just reveal? That Will Smith gave him leadway,
Gave him blessings.
blessings to deal with his wife because they got an open marriage.
Yeah. Jane said she stays on one side of the house, he stays on the other.
Oh yeah, and yeah, so she bringing men over there and he bringing men over there on his side.
Right? And you know what
They probably bringing men and women, both sides. This is all kind of damn chaos. Cause the kids are fruity. They go both ways.
Yeah. Which is James with Tyler the Creator.
Oh my God.
James Smith.
I don't know how to do this. I think it's a joke.
I think they were saying that clowning, but the spirit.
No,
Hey,
they're together.
I believe you.
They're a couple.
I just said it myself. I just said it. I just thought at one time it was a joke.
No,
But listen, you can't put it past them. Because ain't no real nigga joking like that. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Ain't none of us joking like that. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I just saw.
You don't do that.
I saw a clip with Paul Mooney where they was at a roast and one of the comedians joked Paul Mooney by calling him gay, and Paul Mooney checked him right there in the roast. He told him pretty much just like, you ain't nothing, you want me, and just went through the whole line like, don't ever call me gay. Like, he checked him.
See,
Yeah.
But it was known that Paul Mooney was funny anyway, though.
Right.
It came out. He brought it out himself.
Right.
Paul Mooney, a lot of those comedians, most of the other tall, skinny, light skin, cocaine addict. Richard Pryor, all them cats.
Look at the picture she put up there. He looking at him like.
Oh yeah, but there's a music video with Tyler the Creator where he was, I think it's called Something Boy. You gotta look at the music video when he's talking about dating a boy. They're running out the house together. It was a little Edomite.
Yeah. And we know, listen, whether they do it for shock treatment or just to spark attention, but the spirit on them is sodomitish. The spirit on them is sodomitish, and you look at how they roll, is homosexual. Come on, let's finish this. Did you finish that Philippians? Go ahead.
From the top, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High,
Right.
without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation,
Right.
among whom ye shine as lights.
So we know that part, that we supposed to shine as lights. Pertaining to the topic, we're also understanding that this is a wicked, perverse generation. We're around wicked people. It's going to get worse. Especially being that people are, anxiety is building up to where people want to lose it. They're going to get out there, be running around butt naked, doing all kind of defiled things that much more because they want to be free. And they feel their freedoms are being took. So yeah, you got to watch this. Where you at right now?
This is Psalm chapter 12 and verse 8.
Yeah.
And that was one thing about even wasn't it Augustine? What is his name?
August something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
August. He was like, he made a statement. He said that I was dedicated to that relationship.
Yeah.
I was like,
He said he never loved like he loved her, and walking away from the situation, he knew that. Are you laughing or sneezing?
right?
Walking away from the situation, he knows that he gave all his love.
Yes.
I'm like looking at this guy. I'm like, this guy's really. But they had something to where, I mean, you know what they had. They had all kind of madness.
Oh yeah, it was in there hitting
It was
lines,
filthy.
drinking, money,
Yeah.
all the in and out,
Tying them up.
asphyxiation. You know what I mean?
Shariah's like, this is real. Yeah, it's filthy. But this is how they live. This is how people of the world live. This is what we try to keep y'all away from. You know what I mean? Those type of people. That's why, watch, we're going to go read this.
This is Psalms chapter 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side. When the vilest men are exalted.
The vilest men are exalted. The vilest men are exalted. You got vile people in power. Trump is probably a cross-dresser on the low. Every time he's sitting there, he probably has some panties on, edible panties on under his suit, with his gut hanging over it, right? And when he walks into the presidency, he puts on his pumps. What?
This is the definition for vile. It says morally despisable.
Right.
Or abhorrent. Nothing is so vile, so intellectually dishonest, physically repulsive.
Right. Physically repulsive. And that's what we're dealing. We're dealing with a repulsive people. And there is such thing, even though they're trying to normalize it. They're trying to normalize homosexuality and transvestism and transgenderism. I know I just created my own word, but that's what it is. They're trying to normalize it, so when you find out, oh, girl is a dude and the dude is a girl, you're like, man, he's such a cool friend though. Right? You're like, but that was my boy. Right? Nah, it ain't normal. It's never going to be normal to the Creator or to a righteous man, to a righteous woman. That ain't normal. You understand that? That's why you got to watch how you deal. You got to watch how you roll, because the Most High hates that. You understand that? Go ahead. Read it.
The wicked walk on every side.
This is it.
When the vilest men are exalted, there is none that doeth good. No, not one.
Right. What?
No, not one.
Right. You see that? So the Bible is telling us what's around us. So don't be naive of that. And I want to say that because you're not going to cut off every job because you got vile people around you. But you are going to create distance. You're going to create separation. And if it comes down to it, yeah, you got to cut ties. So this is the life we're in, man. We're in that filthy kingdom.
Oh, yeah. And that's one good thing about Esau. They're good at hiding too. The devils. Like there's a new guy, not new guy, but he's a workout guru by the name of Kai Green. Y'all probably know him. He's a big black guy with that one strand of hair, big locks. Yeah, but he was dressed like a girl, man. He had the pumps on, had the fake breasts. Like this dude was cock diesel, but he had him in there with the heels on. I was like, God. But he seems sweet anyway. So
they call him a little too sweet.
Yeah.
Where we at?
Kai Sweets. This is
2 Corinthians 6.
You can start at verse 14.
Yeah, go there.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14.
Yeah, and this is, once again, I'm hoping you're getting the balance of this. Let's not be naive. Every situation you're not going to cut off. Some you can check. You can check them and put them in their place. And then if they don't, some you got to just say, you know what, man, I got to cut ties. I'm married. You know, you're making me uncomfortable. You're spooky as hell. I got to, you know, I think Shawashana quit one of her jobs because of that. She quit one of her jobs for that. A while back, she told me that This cat wouldn't quit at work, no matter what she told him, how he was coming off, the whole vibe. And she was like, I need to quit because this guy's not understanding. I was like, just quit. Just quit. Because either that or you're gonna see yourself acting a certain way. You're gonna look a certain way, like you're flirting, and it's flirtatious, and you're overextending yourself as a woman. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. To them, that's you accepting.
Yeah, you accept it. Yeah, he get you. They get you then. Go ahead, read that. 2 Corinthians what?
6 and verse 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Yeah, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. This is why you got to watch out what you're getting involved with, who you're around. You know what I mean? Who you're friends with. Right? I'm not sitting down. My friends is, who is my brother and who is my mother in? Yeah, Quadzab. Like, I don't got no friends. Like, I got family members, and guess what?
Really? No.
I'm not even sitting with them as much as I eat with this man, you brothers and sisters. You know, you can't do it. A lot of these people, they try to consume you with a worldly mind. They try to impose their different concepts, logic on you.
Yeah, they see that purity.
Their different logic, the way they think. That happens too through what? TikTok, Instagram. You're constantly looking at somebody's stupidity or logic on there, then you start to emulate them. We emulate each other. Iron sharpeneth iron. This is why we talk about brothers and their example. Because we're always around each other. We're automatically going to adapt and start taking on brothers and sisters' characteristics. But when it's the characteristics of the Bible, it's good. But the Bible even warns us there. He says, covet the best gifts. Right? So this is why the scriptures is letting us know there's got to be boundaries and rules of who you're around. You got to know who you're around. Got to know what you're dealing with, man. Some people are filthy, wicked. Some people you don't need to work with. Some people, as you start seeing what type of people they are, you got to cut off that friendship. So, and I'm not saying be over righteous either. I'm saying deal with wisdom. Deal with wisdom. We're not going to run from every situation. We're not going to hide because the ghouls and the zombies are out there. That's not going to happen. Because then you'll be at home all the time. Right? They're everywhere. They're all around us. Right? Go ahead, finish.
For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
You got to really know what that means. What fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? You got to understand that. Who you're around, what they're imposing on your mind and the way you feel and think. That's why TV, you got to watch people around you. People that are quickly influenced by what they see in the media and on TV. Because that is influencing them and changes their mind outside of the knowledge. Go ahead.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
Right, and where is it? What does light have to do with darkness? Righteousness with wickedness. Good with the evil. What? I know you got family and friends, you want to love them and you want to show them, but they got demons on them. A lot of times you got to be like, love you, brother, but I got to go. I can't be around this. Right? You can't, especially if you're weak and you're succumbing to the madness. Right? You start acting like them. You know what I mean? That's why certain men cut their wives off from hanging out with worldly people. Why? Because every time they come back from their girlfriend house, you talking like them. You talking out your neck. You snapping. You moving. You pop blocking. All that. I know I messed it up, but yeah. You gotta be like, babe, you ain't going over there no more. Why? Because every time you come back, you want to argue. You want to fight. You know what I mean? Like next you know, there's some that came to your mind. I've been thinking. You weren't thinking when you were here with me. All of a sudden, you got this. You got an idea. You've been thinking about things. It shows you how some people are weak and they let this negative influence them. You got to know that too. If you're succumbing to that, get the hell out of there. Right, exactly. Exactly. Go ahead. Come on.
And what concord had Christ with Belial?
What concord? Where are these people in one accord, one mind, one spirit? Where does the Most High have to do with idols and Satan? Totally two different. Y'all get that?
Yeah.
So, sis, we can go on in this, but I'm hoping you get the gist of it. The scriptures is letting you know, one, that we're in the midst of crooked and perverse generation. We got to be blameless. Two, understand that majority of the people are vile around you. Three, keep yourself clean. Keep yourself clean. Know how to set the boundaries. Know how to separate yourself when it is needed. So hopefully that helped you, sis. All right. What else? We got anything else? What do we got?
This is a sister. She said, this is Desiree Martinez.
Yeah.
I am new to the truth. How do I efficiently separate myself from worldly things that have such a strong pull?
Yeah. Well, you gotta know thyself. Go to 2 Corinthians, and it's good because it kind of is the same question that Lashana was asking. Statement, but you gotta know yourself. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Yeah. I can't hear you. No. We'll answer that next. Yeah. He's saying it's a class topic, so we'll go to that one next.
2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5.
Hold on. Wait till everybody get it. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5.
2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Go ahead.
Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith.
Right.
Prove your own self.
You gotta what?
Prove your own self.
You gotta be real with yourself. You gotta prove your own self. If you know the people that you're around are negatively influencing you, and I just said it, you do go home, and all of a sudden, every time you leave your friends, so-called friends, you go home and this logic in their mind is on you, then there's a problem. There's a problem if you're going to work, coming home negative. There's a problem. If things are influencing you to that nature and throwing your spirit off, you got to reanalyze yourself and examine yourself. If you be what?
Prove your own self.
Right, read it from the top.
Examine yourself.
Right.
Whether ye be in the faith.
Go ahead.
Prove your own self.
Right.
Know ye not your own self?
Right, you got to know yourself, man. Like before a brother or sister has to come up and check you, you should be checking yourself and saying, before your husband has to come up and tell you, look at your spirit, it's getting uglier. It's like we're arguing more. Everything's a fight. You got to look into yourself and be real with yourself and say, damn, I'm not happy, I'm angry, I'm lashing out wrong. This is what we got to do as Hebrew Israelites. Examine yourself. Go ahead.
Know ye not your own self?
Read.
How that Yahweh Shai is in you?
Right.
Except ye be reprobates?
So, the point is, you're coming into the truth. You're wanting to wash, clean, and set yourself apart. How are you going to do that if you're around the same negative people, the same negative vibes, the same negative talk, right? You want to quit smoking, but you're around all the smokers. You want to quit getting high, but your best friend is what? The dope man. You know what I mean? You gotta cut these cats off. Man, you ain't hit me up no more. What's up with you? Oh man, you be getting high too much, and I'm not trying to do that no more. Be straight up. I'm not trying to live that life no more. I'm trying to put away childish things. I love you, but I gotta cut you. Right?
Right.
You gotta examine yourself. So, separate from worldly things that have such strong pull. Go from there. You get the touch on? Know what is good. Go to Thessalonians real quick. So no. Let him get that. You finish up,
That was it.
Was it?
Go.
Okay, all right. Go from there. Go to Thessalonians.
Colossians 2 and 21.
Sorry. Colossians 2:21. Colossians 2:21.
God. Colossians chapter 2 verse 21.
Colossians 2 and 21. Which one is this one? No, hold off on that. Let's get this other one first. Before we go to that one, I wanna link it this way so the scriptures can talk to you. What is it? Know what is good for thy spirit? Let's get this one for you, sis. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one for your ammo. Your favorite book, right? Second Ezra is what?
8:51.
Let's go there real quick.
God.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 51.
That's not it? Hold on. Nah. Hold on, let us find this one. Man, now you got I got my own self twisted now.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
Did you?
I literally opened, right?
Where is it?
Ecclesiastes 37 and 27.
Ecclesiasticus 37:27. So
Ecclesiastes chapter 37.
and 27, and then we're going to go to Colossians 2:21. Let's do it that way. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 37 verse 27.
Ecclesiastes 37 in the Apocrypha. Go ahead.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
Do what?
Prove thy soul in thy life.
So what we need to do is go back to that 2 Corinthians 13. And you know what? Well, look, I already had it there. I had it right there too. It says, do what?
My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
You got to prove yourself. You got to be straight up with yourself and understand that hanging around with worldly people, dealing with the wrong people, hanging around the wrong environment is going to keep you doing the wrong things. Prove yourself. If you want to change, you got to cut certain things off. You got to cut certain people off. Certain people ain't good for you, man. Especially a lot of weak, wicked people in the world. Right? It be family members. A lot of family members. They be off. They be weak. All they want to talk about is foolishness. I ain't got time for that. I want to talk to a brother that's going to give me strength. I want to talk to a sister that's going to give me strength. That's what we should be on. Go ahead.
And see what is evil for it.
And see what is what?
Evil for it.
Yeah, you know that's evil. You know it's wicked. You know what you're trying to stop. You know what you're trying to give up. You was going to say something? Go ahead.
And give not that unto it.
And give not that unto it. Meaning don't deal with that. Read.
Come, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
For all things are not profitable.
Read it again.
For all things are not profitable.
So it goes right back to the sister Lashana's question. All things are not profitable. You understand? It might not be good for you. Sorry about that. It says all things are not profitable. Go ahead.
For all men.
Right?
Neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
Why? Because we know the brothers at the mall, giving you that example, can deal with certain cats and shut them down. But you might not be able to do that. You got family and friends that you just let walk right over you, roll right over you. You got to be able to say, man, this is destructive to me. Y'all get that? So go from there. Go to Colossians.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 21.
Yeah, go to Colossians 2 and 21. Y'all got it?
Done.
Read that.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 21. Touch not.
What?
Touch not.
Well, there's certain things that you don't even need to touch. Certain things you don't need to deal with. There's some things you don't even need to entertain. Go ahead.
Taste not.
Don't even smell it. Don't even taste it. This is how it is, man. You know, especially a lot of people. That's why we were talking about that Handmaid's Tale. That if you sit down and watch that, you need to be strong-minded. Yeah, because weak-minded, you'll be start. See, you know what? Homosexuals are, man. You know they're humans too. They are humans, but they want to be wicked humans. Yeah, because in that Handmaid's Tale, they killing faggots. They was hanging them, chopping off clitoriuses.
Oh yeah, no feeling.
Yeah, so, but they do that to sensitize you to the homosexuality. So you don't think it's wrong, right? So you got to know, man, certain things ain't good for all people, man. Leave that alone. Don't mess with it. Go ahead.
Handle not.
Read.
Which all are to perish with the using.
You know what the scripture is saying? That there's a lot of things that people dab into, mess with. And a lot of it is going to get you consumed and wrapped up into carnal things. You get wrapped up into it, and then next you know, you're overpowered by it. It's like, man, that's why we tell a lot of brothers and sisters, just think about the weed demon that's going around in Israel now. It's resurfaced back again. The idea that you can smoke weed, get high, teach the Bible, be a Hebrew Israelite is resurfaced again. Because it was around about 4 or 5 years back, and it just came back up again. That's a hard demon on them. But I think it was Mustafa that said it best. He said about, somebody said it. Was it Mustafa or somebody was talking about addiction? You know how they're addicted because... That was Quadazab saying that? No. He was talking about addiction, that they start acting like crackheads when you tell them they got to quit. You know what I mean? They start talking like crackheads when they got to quit. Because those things are overcoming them. They're not overpowering that. Oh man, I can control my weed smoke. Well then quit. Why I gotta quit? What you talking about? Why we gotta do that? The Bible said. It's like, why you itching though?
See, you ain't got the whole balance, huh?
Right, see. Right. So certain things aren't good for you. So you're coming in the truth. How do you set yourself aside? You gotta leave that stuff alone. Know what is good for you and give yourself unto that. All right? Finish that.
Come. After the commandments and doctrines of men.
Right. And that's the thing, that all this, everything you learn is doctrine of men. Now I know Paul is getting specifics on actual doctrine, but all these things you learn in the world, a lot of these things you don't even need to deal with, touch, taste. Like, I wish my kids can, they didn't have no phones. I know I sound crazy, but I wish my kids didn't have no phones. They never went to school, Because why? They went to school, and now certain of those concepts they come back home with. And I'm like, where the hell did you learn this from? You ain't never been taught that. You know we don't roll like that, right? But they got some friend that they're getting that is their age, and they're thinking, well, this is what we talk about. They know me, they're my friends. Then they get on Snapchat and see the kids doing stupid stuff, and they think that's how to live. Those concepts consume them. Now, I know I'm pointing out kids, but there's parents that do that too. And I said them earlier, they be at work, they talking with their girlfriend, and then when they go home, they go home with that same spirit to their husband. Girl, yeah, you know what? Yeah, for real. Then you come home, you walk in, they looking at you like, so where'd you been? They looking at you like a nigga. Right? It's like, what? Shalom, Hebrew Israelite. How was Shema done? Like, nah, I ain't saluting ya. Right? Why? Because that spirit will consume you. So, don't mess with that. Don't touch that. All right? Where we at now? Go from there. Go to, hold on 1 second. Let me get one more.
No, you got some more at this point? I'm making one.
Yeah. Go there.
Yeah, Proverbs 13 and verse 20.
Right.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse.
Okay. All right. All right.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20, because it's very evident now in society, especially dealing with the kids. Like, the kids got it worse because there's a couple states, and I was looking up what states they were, but there's a couple states that are actually implementing teaching the transgender, LGBT. Is Virginia's one of them? So you got Colorado, you got New Jersey, California, and it's required for schools to teach LGBT history. It's required, man. You know, so our people are literally, and our kids are getting ingrained in being around these filthy animals. But the Most High told us this right here in the good book.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
He that walketh with wise men shall be
The
wise.
Most High said that if you're around those that fear Him, that link in to the Bible, that this is their source of understanding, they follow the laws and statutes of the Most High, He said it's going to be what?
He shall be
Are
wise.
you going to be wise? But keep reading.
Where's that?
But Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20. But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
When you start hanging around fools, when you start hanging around with individuals that are outside of what the Most High is requiring, outside of the Bible's restrictions, the Most High said you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed. Your knowledge is going to be definitely warped. The Scripture says that our people die from a lack of knowledge. But just showing forth that when you are around these people, they're not going to elevate you. And one thing our people have to understand is that money is not elevation. In the eyes of the Most High, your bank account is not what shows forth of where your spirit's at. So you got to see that a lot of people that were around, they're what? Read that again, that second precept.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
You'll be destroyed. Especially in this time. Coronavirus, everybody's kind of in a disarray. They don't know what's right, what's wrong. You know, trans lives matters too. Okay. Get connected with that if you want to. You're going to be destroyed. Just like that female said, trans lives matter. 2 days later, kidnapped and was found dead floating in the river.
Wow. Really?
Yes. Actually, she was kidnapped, raped, and then murdered. You know? But it's just showing forth that the people that you're around have an influence upon you. And that's why the Scripture says, it's in Ecclesiasticus. You know what I want? Go. You got it? You got it.
Right. Well, before you get that, read out the next verse in Proverbs real quick.
Proverbs chapter 13 verse 21. Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid.
Oh, I got it. No, wait. Right. So evil pursueth sinners. And that's what you got to watch. You got to watch that you start hanging around with them, and what happens? That negative starts to attach to you. You get shot because you hang around with who? The dude that was the dope boy, but you thinking, oh, well, that's him. But that's your boy. You're around that, you get one of those hot ones. Go ahead.
Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid.
Go ahead.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children.
Right. So, no, I just wanted to get that part right there. That's why it says, he that is wise walketh with wise men. Walk with the people who you're with. Satan ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. Baal ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. Right? And that was in Corinthians what that we put?
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. So you gotta see that this is why it's saying that. Because evil pursueth sinners. Now go ahead, where you were going to.
This is Ecclesiasticus, where you at?
37 and verse 12. Perfect. But be continually with a godly man.
And that's why the Most High says, be with a godly man.
Hold on, you're going too fast. What's that again?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 and verse 12.
Right. Go ahead.
But be continually with a godly man.
Yeah, continually. Because you'll understand that you're going to be influenced in the right way. Influenced on the right path. But let the scripture explain itself. Read.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Yeah, because everybody outside who's not abiding in the commandments, they're abiding in wickedness. They're abiding in everything that opposes to the Most High. And that's why that last scripture says that that evil chases the wicked.
Yeah.
They linger after them.
Yep.
Because of the works that they do, their vile works. You know, and that's the beautiful part about what the scriptures is doing to us Hebrew Israelites. It's separating us from the wickedness of this world. The clean and the unclean. There's no difference. There's no middle ground. It's either you're striving to be righteous or you're just cool in wickedness. That's where you're at. And a lot of our people, that's a big pill to swallow. A lot of our people love that wickedness. And they're our next door neighbors, they're our brothers, they're our mothers.
Now, let's bring the balance. That's not saying you're not going to go to mama, take out her trash. Hey, mom, how you doing? You know what I mean? But when mom start talking out her mouth, and she start talking about Christmas and why you don't celebrate Christmas, and we going to eat this pork on Thanksgiving, and that's when you're, all right, mom, see ya, but I wouldn't want to be you, right? I gotta go, right? I'm not gonna sit here and deal with that.
You already know what it's about.
Yeah, and that's how it is. So you gotta show the love. You gotta show the love to family members, but you catch that. I gotta say this because a lot of our people like this. You love your family so much that you want to sit around and rot in their mire in stupidity and ignorance. The best thing you can do is go among them and try to heal, try to teach, try to give them a little knowledge, but not to sit there and now be consumed with their stupidity. Be very careful of that, man. Go ahead.
Finish that.
Whose mind is according to thy mind.
That's what you want. You want somebody that's in the same. And you know, your question is just to go back to that.
Yeah.
You said, God, it's kind of up there. You said, I am new to the truth. How do I efficiently separate myself from worldly things
Right.
that have such a strong pull? And that's one thing is slowly but surely getting yourself away from those people.
Right. Acknowledging what the world is, acknowledging what pulls you. This is why we went over the scriptures this way. Acknowledging what it is. See, if you don't acknowledge it, then if you're thinking like, oh, my family's good, you got to understand, no, a lot of these things ain't good for you, right? That's the only way you're going to separate, right? And but you got to examine yourself. So that's why we went through the sequence of those scriptures. You're examining yourself, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at who you're around. You know there's not good people around you. You know they about madness and foolishness. Let me separate myself. You know, They want to do Christmas. Hey, I don't do that no more. And you're going to become, the scripture says in Matthew 10, a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Come on now. We all been through it. We all going to go through it, right? Mama want to celebrate Thanksgiving. Baby, you coming through on Thanksgiving? We go, no, mama, no. I'm not doing it.
Right, 'cause I don't even want none of that food.
I don't even want none of that food. And it's a lot of times it's like that. You know what I mean? Nah, don't cook me none, because I got to teach you a lesson.
I'll sacrifice some idols.
I got to teach, yeah, I got to teach you a lesson. Like, don't make me none. I'm good. You know that food ain't going to hurt you, but you going to teach her a lesson, right?
Yeah.
That what? You got to stop this. You know the truth. You rebellious as hell, right? Go ahead.
Finish there, you at?
Whose mind is according to thy mind,
Read.
and will sorrow with thee.
And I like this part because when you're around an individual that's like-minded, now y'all will be able to help each other.
Yeah.
The scripture says iron sharpeneth iron. They don't understand the issues
Right.
that you're going through.
Right.
Mom don't understand about how homosexuality is bad and how it disgusts you. She might be like, well, I think they're pretty people. You know, you're not on the same vibe, so she's not going to be able to give you what you need. She's not able to give you that fertilizer so that you can grow. Keep reading.
This is why, and it just comes up when we deal with this topic, why we remind new brothers and new sisters that you come in, you both got weed problems, and you're linking up with the new sister that got the same weed problem. You're linking up with the new brother. Link up with the ones that got strength and that's a little more advanced, way past that. It's a detriment to not only our school, to schools. Because people want to come in and be too much familiarized with the world. What makes them comfortable. So when you come in, you get that sister with the head wrap, with the dress. You're like, she thinks she too good. That's not how it's supposed to be. You got to come in and say, no. In order for me to increase in the spirit, I got to learn the qualities in that sister. If the Bible says covet the best gifts, why am I linking up with the sister that got the same problems as me? Why want to link up with the brother that got the same problems as me? And it's not saying you're better, we're better, you're worse, we're worse. It's just saying that's not the method that's going to help you. All right? You got to say that too, because so what, you better than? No, it ain't about that. Nobody's better than anybody. We all trash. But if you don't want to increase and come out of the trash, you're going to keep linking up with trash. You got to at least move up to the top of the pile so you can start coming out. Right? So it's not about, oh, that sister thinks she's better or that brother thinks he's better. No, it's about, if I keep hanging around with the weak, I'm going to be weak. But if I get strong and hang around with the strong, they're going to tell me what I really need to know. That's that sister that tells you, well, sis, the problem is that you're being loud with your husband. This is why he's reacting this way. Yeah, but see, you know what? I'm not going to talk to that sister no more because she tells me exactly what I don't want to hear. Let me hang around with the young sister that is listening and shaking her head like, yep, right, yep, that's what yeah. It's like, what is that doing? Or the brother too. Got to be careful of that. You come here to learn to be stronger, to be set aside. And I keep saying that because we're going to go there. To be set aside, to be washed and cleansed. So you got to know what is good for you and say, you know what? It's not good for me to hang around with that young sister because she got the same problems as me. Y'all get that? Man, I wish we could imprint this in brothers and sisters' brains. Guess what? We can say it 1,000,000 times and it ain't going to matter. Because you're going to link up with the ones that you are familiarized with. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Go ahead.
And will sorrow with thee.
Right.
If thou shalt miscarry.
Yeah, if you slip up, and the laws of the Most High slip up in, something spiritual, you have somebody next to you that's able to hold you down.
Right.
The world ain't never did that for us, man. The world promotes wickedness. The world promotes your harm. The world promotes your continual fall in your life, man. It's funny because
And they do it, just on that point, they do it through the word called what? Sympathy. I'm sympathizing with them. See, and I ain't gonna, he was just gonna go over this tonight on correction, but that's what the world does. You never listen, you always throwing scriptures out there. But she sympathizes with me, and that's what you want to hear. You want that sympathy to keep doing negative and wickedness. Y'all brothers and sisters on here that got the audacity and love to come back and say, how do I battle this and get this negative away from me? Keep in that spirit. Not in the, you know what, I'm trying to hide, I don't want to be told. It ain't going to help you. You're absolutely right. This is a great question. Right? Go ahead. What else?
that was it.
Right. So, just one more on this point. Go to John 3. Go to John 3. It's up there, 4 or something. Let's see. Really? You ain't gonna make your class tonight. It's already 8:38. It's a wrap.
8 o'clock and it was done.
Yeah, it was done. John 3 and John 3 and 5.
St. John chapter 3 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Yahweh Shai answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee,
Go ahead.
except a man be born of water and of the Spirit.
That's what we're here to do. You got to be born again. So how are you going to reach this level where you want to be? You got to be born again. You got to be washed. Who's washing you? And sometimes y'all be like, Israel be like those dogs that don't want to get washed. They don't want to get to that water. You know you need it, but you don't want to get to it, and you're shaking it off and you're running. You got to get washed. We got to get washed constantly. Niggerism is everywhere. It's in our blood, in our veins. Hatred, negative, doubt, pride, and this is the process. Go ahead.
God, except a man be born of water and of Spirit.
Go ahead.
He cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Go ahead.
That which is born of the flesh is flesh.
Go ahead.
And that which is born of the Spirit is spirit.
So, you know, to be set aside, you got to wash yourself. You got to put on the spiritual attributes. You got to put off the old man and put on the new. Let me get one more. And it is a new sister, so I'm going to go to one more basic one. All right, Colossians 3:23 and then Ephesians 4. Those two, and we conclude that question. All right?
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23.
Yeah, check this out.
And whatsoever ye do, do it.
No. Colossians 3, 3:24, right? Man, I had brain fart. It's Colossians 3 and 9.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 9.
Excuse me. Yeah, Colossians 3 and 9. Go ahead.
Lie not one to another.
Go ahead.
Seeing that ye put off the old man with his deeds.
Go ahead.
And have put on the new man.
So how do we put on the new man and the new woman? How do we do that? Go ahead.
Which is renewed after the image. Which is renewed in the knowledge after the image.
Which is renewed in the knowledge. Where are you getting your knowledge from? What books are you reading? Huh? That's what's going to change you and formulate your mind. What you're reading, you're consuming, you're thinking about formulates you in adulthood. Right?
Done.
That makes you start to feel a certain way. Knowledge, man. Think about it. Why does your little baby brother at 3 years old do what he does? Act how he does. Knowledge. What is put in his mind. Why you act like you act. Why you were that nigga in the world. Smoke weed. Do drugs. What happened to you in your life? Where did you learn it from? Did you learn it from mom?
Wow.
Did you learn it from dad?
Wow.
You see that? So you got to understand that formulated your mind. Stop lying to yourself and know where it comes from and start separating your knowledge from that knowledge. You got to cast that out. Go ahead.
Which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him.
That goes with that St. John 3 and 5. Being born again. You got to be renewed in knowledge. That's the water washing you. So all these scriptures go right together. One last one, Ephesians 4:24. Real quick.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24. And that he put on the new man.
Go ahead.
Which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness.
Right.
Wherefore, putting away lying.
You see that? So the new man has to put away all those old characteristics. All right. So hopefully that helps you, sis. All right. We'll finish it out. Well, any more?
Dawiyad, he had a question. It says,
we got 20 minutes, y'all. So
can you please speak on the word strangers used throughout the scriptures?
Right. And Dawiyad, I know we talked a little bit about that. Let's do that in its entirety, because that'd be a good topic to touch on. And yeah, we talked about that a little bit when we went down there. So I know what he's talking about. We'll deal with that topic in a whole class. It'd be better in its entirety as opposed to just a few scriptures. All right. All right. What else we got? Good questions, y'all. Anything? We got, listen, either we get questions or we end class early. So we'll see what y'all got. Yeah, John, you got anything? No? Okay. All right, so if we don't got anything, we're going to come back. He can do his class tomorrow for the Shabbat. All right? Remember, if you subscribe to the Houston channel and this channel, you get 6 days of class. You get that overload of consumption of good meat, good knowledge. Y'all can always ask y'all questions at any time. All right? We're going to wait to see if anybody has anything. Yeah, life. Anything? It's going to be the first time we in class early. Nobody got any questions? Right? We went late the other day. You know, we don't shun away from questions. I just want to say this. We don't shun away from questions. We shun away from arguing and confusion. So otherwise, if you come pose your question as a question, we're going to try to answer that as best as possible, all right, in the scriptures. Dawiyad online now with Hebrew Academy. I will let you know what he said. Okay, got you. Oh, she's online. Got you. Oh, they're in the Hebrew Academy. Okay. Got you. Okay, man, if nobody has any questions, we'll go ahead and end it out. Y'all know the deal. We'll be here tomorrow, same time for Shabbat. So we'll see y'all then. Everybody salute him. Say shalom.
Shalom. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Coming